Hey everybody, it's Mike
This is Jerry.
from In My Sights, and on today we're going to do an in-depth analysis of the Tornado grenade from Airsoft Innovation. Pretty much we've been using these grenades for a very long time, and we're going to start selling them at the shop. Actually, they're on our website now if anybody wants to go ahead and get them. And they're just great grenades. We just wanted to do a very in-depth analysis of how they operate, how you can maintain them, how they're comparable to other grenades, our experiences with them, and hopefully this will shed some light on information that was regarding the grenade if you guys are curious about getting one. So Jerry's pretty much going to be taking over this segment. He knows a lot more about them than I do, has a lot more experience with them than I do. So yeah, get on to it whenever you want to do it.
All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to do an overview over the grenade. So this is the first one that came out first. It is the Tornado timer grenade. So this is the one that started it all. This one in particular has a spoon kit. Without the spoon kit, it just kind of has a little top part over here that's attached to the rubber stopper over here, or the rubber plug. And back then, when you pulled that, you just pulled it, tossed it, and away it went. With the spoon kit, it gave you the ability to delay its effect, the timer. So what you would do is you pull the plug or pull a pin, and then you can hold on to it, and it's not going to explode. Then you let go, and it would go. So it would give you the added benefit of, not being able to, not having to fiddle with this thing under pressure. You just go with it, and then it gives that really satisfying cling that just scares everybody around you when they hear it. All right, so functionality. Tornado grenades. So what you want to do with the tornado grenade is, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the timer grenade, the plug is in. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that there's a plug in here as well, a little valve. So let's say you're setting this up for the first time, you want to take this out. This is the safety cap. As long as you have this off, it is not going to, BBs are not going to come out of here. So you want to push this down with the key that they give you. Push the shuttle down. It goes up when it's used, and it goes back down afterwards. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you lubricate the shuttle right in here every 2 uses. So push that down. Make sure now you can put the plug in. Then what you want to do is you want to put a couple BBs in here. Got some scrap BBs on the floor. You're gonna put 2 BBs in, one here, another one in. 2 BBs are gonna give you the full delay effect. If you want to go for a half, like a second, 1.5 seconds for the timer, you're only gonna put 1 BB in. After that, you can install your spoon and install your pin, and there you go. Your tornado grenade is now set. All you have to do now is gas it, and then you always want to leave the safety cap off until you're going to go onto the field. Then what you do is you fill it up.
Can you explain why? Why they want to keep it?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is you want to fill it with BBs, like so. Now the reason you want to keep this off until you're ready to go onto the field is because as long as this is off, the gas, if for whatever reason the grenade goes off by accident, the gas will come out of here, out of the sides here. The gas is going to go, and BBs will not come flying out. Once you plug this up, you're plugging in the release holes over here. So once you plug this up, now that gas that comes out through the bottom is going to push the shuttle up. So that gas then is expelled from the sides, pushing BBs out. And that's how the grenade works. So if you're in the safe area of your field, you want the grenade saved, like this. And nothing bad will happen.
This way you're loaded, guys, and you don't have to worry about hurting someone.
When you're about to go onto the field, that's when you put this in, and then you're ready to go. You put it on your molly webbing over here like I do, or you can put it in a pouch. I wouldn't recommend putting it in a taco pouch. Every time I put it in a taco pouch, these things fall out. Now, the impact grenade. The impact grenade is actually a lot easier to use. You're going to use it the same way. You have your safety cap. You're going to fill it up the same way. Now, you don't have to actually do much in terms of like lifting up a plug and pushing things down. You pretty much just leave it as is. The shuttle will go up when it's used, but I really never have to even bother pushing it back down. What you're gonna do is you have these little discs here, and then you have this firing pin, or your little pin here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have the pin go into the cap, then you're gonna put your disc in. It has to go in a specific order. You put the big cylinder in, then the big disc. Can you see this?
Okay. Yeah, you can see it.
Then you put the little disc in, and the little cylinder. Then you're going to close it up like this. And you are now ready to prime your grenade. Now you can gas it up, load your BBs in, and then you put your safety cap on and go. Now this one in particular has the Airsoft Innovations sound device. Let's see if I can remove this thing relatively easily. Here we go. A sound disc. Now this little thing is really cool, and I'm going to let Mike explain why.
Alright, now this is probably one of the most, and we're going to get more into this later, cost-effective sound devices on the airsoft market. It actually runs on these little discs. Actually, if Jerry, you want to peel one off for me real quick. Essentially what happens is when you put this O-ring in, it pretty much forces all the air to go this
disc right here,
right through the disc.
Right. What happens is you're gonna block off. You're gonna snap that right in, and you're gonna block off the gas from coming out or going into the BB chamber.
Mm-hmm. And then you're pretty much just gonna peel off one of these discs.
What it does is it forces all the gas to come out of this little hole. And what you do is you peel off these plastic little discs, kind of like masking tape, and you're gonna lay it right in here, sticky side down. You want to be very careful to get it in just right, and then you just press it in, just like that. Once you've done that, you load this together. Now remember guys, even though it's not a safety concern now because it's a sound device, you still want to make sure you keep this disc off until you're ready to go onto the field, because then it's going to go off and you just wasted a sound disc.
And it's also just good practice.
Yeah, you always want to practice safety. And there you go. Your grenade is now ready to go off as a sound grenade. And these things are really cool because now it's about as loud as a tornado grenade, just about.
Yeah.
And you can just carry a couple of these little suckers in your like a zipper pocket or something like that, with with some propane if you got the Airsoft Innovations. The
easy can, which
easy
goes right
can.
into one of your mag pouches. It's really thin.
Or if you have green gas, you could use green gas too. That'll fit in the pouch.
Or put in your map pack. And it's just so much easier. It's such a huge convenience because now you don't have to worry about extra cells, extra CO2 cartridges, extra blanks.
And you're not using up BBs either.
Nope.
So you're using it like if you go to like our field, when you use a sound grenade, it counts as a frag grenade.
Yeah.
So if it goes off within 10 feet of you, anybody within 10 feet of this grenade is killed.
And that's another good point too, because if you go to a field where only frags count as kills, you can easily pop that disc out and put BBs into the grenade.
Exactly.
And
All you have to do is put your plug back in, like this, and it is now going to function as a frag grenade. You just take the disc out, and then you're good to go.
Just remember to make sure that you remove that when you put the the disc inside the bottom of the grenade. Otherwise, it's not going to work properly.
Yeah. Just to go over one more time. When you get this, let's see if I can remove it.
Yeah, it can be a pain sometimes.
Yeah, when you get your tornado grenade, it's going to be like this. You're going to have a disc just like this, and it's going to be blocked off. When you get your sound disc, if you want to use it, what you're going to do is you're going to take the O-ring side up, you're going to pop it in like this. You're going to put a little bit of pressure, and then it snaps into place. You hear a little snap. Then you're going to take this plug, and you're going to remove it so there's a little hole, and that is where you put your disc.
Yep.
And you're good to go. It's that easy.
Yeah, it's real simple. It's real.
So if you don't want, so if you don't want to use, for example, if you have this set up for a frag grenade, and you don't want to use the frag grenade all of a sudden, you can just take this out. You can have one pre-made, or if you have more than one, you can have it pre-made. and then just pop the disc in, and there you go. Now you have like a flashbang,
yep.
quote unquote.
Just remember that end cap is to be off when you have it as a sound device. When you have it as a BB device, you put the end cap back in.
Yeah, no, the sound disc.
No, I meant this.
Oh,
if you want it as a BB,
yeah,
make sure you have the stopper in.
Okay, so first test, tornado grenade timer with the spoon kit. Pull the pin, spoon goes flying. Alright. What I have here is the VTG grenade. We're going to use this to compare it with tornado impact grenade. We're going to use this as a baseline, like the Thunderbeat grenade. It's about comparable to that. Right now it has a 9mm shell, and let's see what it sounds like. Okay, now we're going to use the tornado impact grenade. This one's going to go off right on time, hopefully. That was great.
Yeah, that was both really good. Alright, so maintenance?
Maintenance is pretty easy with these grenades. Let's start off with the timer grenade.
Give me 1 second. Keep going. I'll be right back.
So what you're doing is... Actually, the timer grenade is a little bit more hands-on. What you want to do if you have the spoon kit is you want to... Let's see if I can even do this. Yeah. You want to unscrew this cap part. I can't... Yeah, I would need like a wrench or something. You want to unscrew the top part here. It might go off the opposite way. Actually, I can't remember anymore. Here we go.
There you go.
It gets on there pretty good, which is good.
Yep.
What you want to do first is you want to unscrew this. Okay, and then there you go. And then this all comes out. But shouldn't. Oh, I know why. Because this is attached to it. So you take this off. You want to make sure you do not get anything on these O-rings. And then you have this right here. What you want to do is you want to add some silicone oil to the O-rings out here and here and the top part. There are 2 little O-rings up here. And then you put a little bit of silicone oil over here on the spring to keep it from corroding. And then there's a little O-ring right there. After you do that, you want to make sure you clean this out with a nice cotton cloth or something, like an old t-shirt or something. And then you're good to go. You're clean. It's all good to go. You don't need to really oil this as much. What you want to do is you want to put a little bit of oil on your finger, clean finger, wash your hands, and put some oil
on the threading?
not on the threading, about halfway down there. You don't really need much more because it doesn't go up and down as much. And then you're going to use what I call the 3 seashells over here. For those of you that have not watched Demolition Man, watch that movie and you'll get the joke. You really don't see anybody explain these things. This is part of why I call you the 3 seashells. You have these 3 pieces of plastic. I have 4 now because I've gotten multiples.
Drove him nuts until he figured out what they finally were.
Yeah, they're to protect the O-rings from the threads. You're gonna pop them in like this. You only really need 3. Like so. It can be tricky. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put. Oh my God, this is so irritating now. Because I can't put this thing down. I normally have. There we go. Nope, it's gone. Can you hold this so I can do this properly?
Sure, just right there.
Just hold it. I'm gonna put these in like this. The guy on Airsoft Innovation. There's a YouTube video that Airsoft Innovation put out like 10 years ago, explaining how to use these. That I never knew existed until I started looking up maintenance because these tornado grenades were not working right. So you do that. You pop this in. And you want to get it so that it doesn't totally fall out. Yeah, they're difficult to use. I don't care anymore. You're supposed to pop them in so it doesn't damage the threads.
That's all, just to protect the threads.
It's just to protect the threads. That's why they made them. I mean, you could forego using them and risk chewing up the O-rings like I just did right now if you lose your patience like I did. And then you're pretty much good to go. Put this on. And this is actually a reverse threading. So righty tighty, lefty loosey is not how you go with these. It's the opposite. Counterclockwise threads. And that's all you gotta do to maintain these.
And same thing with this.
If you need to replace any parts, you can replace the fill valve here. You can replace the O-rings. This one is actually easier. You pop this out. You pop this off. You push this out like that, and there you go.
Wow.
You clean this.
It really is easier.
It is a lot easier. You clean this off the same way. You even have 2 less O-rings. And then all you gotta do is pop it back in. You use your 3 seashells again. I think the discs came off. Push it down. See, I just like to push the shuttle down so I don't touch anything with the actual
Yeah, you don't want to get it dirty.
cap. Yeah. And there you go. That's it. That one's a lot easier, as you can tell. A lot less stuff to do. Alright.
Alright, sweet. So
that's maintenance. When you want to get spare parts, all you have to do is go on Airsoft Innovation's website, and they have maintenance kits for your tornado timer grenade. They have maintenance kits for your spoon grenade, or they have not spoon grenade, impact grenade. They have spoon kits for both. The spoon kit is really effective for the timer grenade. It's really kind of redundant with it's more of an aesthetic thing with the impact grenade, because you don't really need to delay the whole point of the timer of the spoon kit is to delay the timer from going off. That way you can hold the grenade in your hands while you're, after you've pulled the pin. But you can already do that with the impact grenade. All you have to do is take it out. You can do whatever you want with it. Right now it doesn't have any gas in it, and then all you have to do is reinsert the pin, and you're good to go. If you don't want to fire it, you could do the same thing with the spoon kit. You can reinsert the spoon back in after you've pulled it. If you have it gassed up and you realize, oh, I don't want to toss it right now, so let me reinsert the pin. It can be a bit of a pain in the neck sometimes, especially if there's gas in it. If you give any leeway to the pin, it's not going to go back down, and then you have to use it, because so make sure when you actually are holding the spoon and you pull the pin, you hold that spoon down for dear life, or else it's going to give a little bit, and then when you try to if you want to put that pin back in, it's not going to go back in. So that's another thing with that thing that you have to worry about.
But yeah, guys, they're really good. I mean, like, they're located in Canada, so pretty much no matter where you are in the United States, you're gonna get it in 5 days. They're really good. They got good customer service, and they got a plethora of parts. That's probably the cool thing about it. These grenades are made in Canada. So like they got a plethora of parts, and they're really good. They answer any of the questions that you got that we probably didn't get to answer, although we pretty much answered most of the stuff that you need to do. Yeah, if you guys ever needed to, get in contact with them. They're very helpful. I mean, they were helpful when we when we signed up with them. All right, cool. Next one. Oh, do you want to go over the parts, like the O-rings and stuff, or no?
Not really. I mean, the O-rings are in the shuttle, so let's go back to this thing real quick. Let me take the spoon off, make it easier. So you have an O-ring up here, and they give you O-rings in your Ziplocs right here for everything you need. Make sure you get the O-ring kit that you need for your specific grenade, because if you get a impact O-ring kit for your timer grenade, you're not going to get enough O-rings. So you have in total on your shuttle here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 O-rings on the shuttle. You have 2 at the top. You have 1 over here on the top of the shuttle, 1 at the bottom of the shuttle. you have, I believe, one in your fill valve.
Yep.
So you can unscrew your fill valve, and they give you replacement fill valves even, which is awesome. Like that. Yeah, you do have one at the bottom there, at the threads. And then you have, if you put tension on your spring there, you have an O-ring right at the bottom there. So you can replace all of these O-rings on your shuttle, and Airsoft Innovations will send you all the O-rings you need. They have them in kits. They have maintenance kits. They even give you spare pins. I have a ton of pins. They give you a ton of shuttle end caps. I have like 3 of them. 3 spare ones, I mean.
Yeah.
And then then you can get more of your little papers. Let's see if I can do that one more time. I remember now how to do it. You have to put it in after you start to put your shuttle in. So first thing you want to do is insert your shuttle, but not all the way down, and then like this. That's how you use your 3 seashells. And then you just push it down like that, and these just pull right out. It could be a pain to pull them out, especially if they're not lubed up with silicone. There you go. That's how you use the 3 seashells. I remembered.
Yeah.
And then you screw this back in. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers maintenance.
Mm-hmm.